QUIGG Hayes here at the Olympia, right from London. What a night here at the Olympia. It's been like a mad night, isn't it?
I know, it's always like that in this place, you know. Just sort of feel bad for Curtis, you know, it's such a horrible knockout, and I know how much he wanted it, but at the end it was all about levels really. I thought he was just starting to come back into the fight, but wow, what a shot from Matthews, and he deserves a semi-easy night, you know, the amount of wars he's had.
This fight has been called all week, and they've even said themselves that somebody in this fight is going to get knocked out, and that's exactly what happened. And you know, it's quite a sensible option, I suppose. Derry was the favourite in this fight, so it's not really a surprise what happened. But
Eddie, ugly motherfuckers.
I don't even know what that was about. This is
yeah, it was about levels at the end of the day. I mean, Curtis had the power to hurt Derry, I believe, but Derry had the perfect game plan under Danny Vaughan, and you know, even though Curtis was coming back into the fight, what a shot, you know, horrible. And how brave was Curtis? See him get up, staggering up, already up at 6 or 7, telling the referees he was all right. He could, you know, but he's a great kid, and you know he'll come again, but maybe not at that level, because you know it is a different level. And to be fair to Derry, I think he's looking fringe world class in my opinion. You know,
did he have a point there with what you said about Anthony Crolla?
Yeah, he does. I mean, Crolla's not fighting Burns anyway, so he's got that wrong. But really, I think the Derry Matthews against Crolla fight is a brilliant fight to do again at some point. But Derry sort of, you know, he lost to Reese and he drew with Crolla, but he beat Crolla initially. He beat Tommy Coyle. You've got to potentially say that he's #1 outside of Ricky Burns. You know, him and Crolla are like that. So maybe a third fight between them would be one to make.
Was there a difference in class tonight between Liam Smith and Eric Osheng?
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I had it a bit tighter than the judges. I had it by 2 or 3 rounds, 2 rounds, but I thought Eric was really in the fight probably for 7 or 8 rounds, and then he just, I don't know whether he ran out of steam or ideas, but brilliant fight, and Liam boxed a great game plan. Deserved winner, and what a night for the family, you know, the Smith family. Great story to have 3 British champions and 1 world superstar with an English belt now, you know, it's phenomenal.
Do you play Callum Smith by the round?
You know, he's the best paid fighter in Britain per round. 6 first round knockouts. I mean, you know, all along, people got to realise the last 2 or 3 fights I put him with sort of journeymen, if you like, who are really durable and go the distance every time. They've been first round. Then he goes in with Mendy, who some thought might win, but has never been stopped, never really been hurt, and he just demolishes him. So, you know, he's like, I'll say it on I Film London because, you know, I didn't want to mug myself on Sky, but he's like, reminds me like Golovkin, mixture of Golovkin and Tommy Hearns. Do you know what I mean? He's got that power where he hits him, and you see the look on Mendy, he was like, Jesus, and that's just like the same as Golovkin, you know? He's so good, I mean, so good.
Okay, Rocky Fielding, first round. Demolition job of...
Yeah, it was a nice finish. Ekron didn't live up to much, did he? But I mean, he come in 2 weeks' notice. He went 7 rounds with Rubio, 10 rounds with Osama Adama, decent level fighters, obviously. And you know, Rocky hit him and hurt him early and finished it off. Good performance. Want to see more from Rocky, and we'll only get that when we step him up, which is about that time.
Well, I spoke to you earlier on about obviously we know now QUIGG will fight on the Anthony Joshua bill at the O2. With regards to this bill, you said it was unlikely that the bill, very unlikely that the bill will go ahead without Haye and Fury. In your opinion, do you think the fight will still happen between Haye and Fury?
No, I don't think it will, because, you know, I'm not sure the date will surface for them to fight again. The venues are very busy. Obviously, it's got to fit in with a broadcast schedule as well. Haye's going to be out for what, 5 or 6 weeks minimum with that cut. Fury will want to fight, you know, so my gut feeling is that fight won't happen now. I hope it does, but you know, my gut feeling is that, you know, Fury might have one in between and then fight Klitschko. You know, I don't know. It's bitter luck, like I said earlier. You know, it's the greatest sport in the world, but it can really kick you in the proverbial sometimes. And today, although we're not the promoter of that show, I felt for Adam Booth and Mick Hennessy because I know what it's like. You know, and I'm glad that we salvaged something for Scott Quigg and Luke Campbell.
You've done that pretty quickly, didn't you? I mean, it was only obviously announced today, and then
fast car,
UPS.
You've got to act quick. You've got to act on you know. Just to explain the process of what happens in that situation, you know, I got onto MEN Arena. We looked at refunds. You know, the admin of doing a refund and then trying to issue new tickets. Would the people who bought the tickets for Haye Fury still want to come to watch the Scott Quigg fight? There's a lot of casuals bought those tickets. Then we looked at Bolton Arena. If we moved it there, when could we get the tickets out? Tuesday, Wednesday. So we got 3 days to sell the Bolton Arena for the fight. And then we got a purpose-made show on October the 5th in a fantastic arena in the O2. Let's put it all together and just make a monster show. You know, now we've got Scott Quigg fighting for the WBA world title. We've got Anthony Joshua making his debut, and Luke Campbell, 2 gold medalists. We've got Kevin Mitchell fighting for the IBF Intercontinental title. You've got Lee Selby fighting Ryan Walsh for the British and Commonwealth title. You've got Waddy Camacho, Tony Conquest, Larry Ekendow against Glenn Foote. You know, it's a massive show. We're going to have to bring the doors open earlier on, and you know, it's going to be a huge show.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. I'm sure I'm going to catch up with you next week anyway. So you look fucked.
It's been a long day and a long week, to be honest with you. But now that fight's off next week, I might just on Monday. You know, on Monday, I won't have a day off, but I might work from home. Do you know? We've been burning the candle lately, Coops. It's been a tough week.
Put your feet up.
Yeah.
Get a haircut as well.
I know, it's a bush, isn't it?
Get a haircut. All right, Eddie, and thank you very much for talking to my wife from London.
Cheers,
and,
mate. Pleasure.
Thanks for everything, and I'll speak to you soon.
You're going home tonight, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, mate. See you later.
See you later.